Hey guys, WOD Blog for Thursday, and we got a little bit of a conditioning workout for you guys, pretty standard Thursday. It's going to be 2 couplets back to back with a 2-minute rest in between. That might sound pretty familiar if you look back to last Thursday, and or rather last Tuesday. But starting the first movement is going to be wall balls. And one thing that I was talking to Kim about yesterday was she finally figured out how to breathe during wall balls, and she said it just made a world of difference in getting through them. If you're not controlling your breathing through the wall ball and not breathing at the proper times, the wall ball becomes a really terrible movement. If you're not full of air at the right time, that ball comes collapsing down on you, hits you in the face, you can't catch it right, everything goes crazy. So what I want to do is talk a little bit about the breathing on the wall ball here. So when I start this wall ball, and I throw it up in the air, I'm going to make sure that as the ball is elevated and there's no stress on my body, that's the point that you want to breathe. So as I'm going through this, I'll try to enunciate the breaths a little bit. Coming up. So as you can see, as the ball is released from my hands and there's no impact on my body, I'm completely relieved of tension. That's the best time to breathe. If you're trying to breathe with that ball collapsing down on you, it's like trying to breathe during a front squat. It's no fun, it's really difficult. The last thing you can do, if your shoulders tend to tighten out during wall balls, the best thing you can do is think about kind of moving your arms out to the side. It gives you about a split-second break to let your shoulders relax. So as I'm going through these movements, watch what my arms are doing here. And even though it's not much, that little bit of tension relief from the shoulders, where you're not just holding your hands up there waiting for the ball, lets your shoulders rest a little bit and saves you just slightly. Every little bit helps. So the second exercise is going to be toes to bar, and we've gone over this as well in previous weeks, but one of the big things that Anders has harped on and is super important is making sure that you're not just curling yourself up to the bar, but that you're actually pulling down on the bar. And by pulling down on the bar, it allows your body to come behind the bar, and you're bringing the bar to your toes as much as you're bringing the toes to the bar, activating the lats to get through this. And that's super important when you're doing toes to bar. So I'm going to do a couple reps, and I'm going to just really aggressively pull that bar down as I come through so that my body ends up behind it. So as I'm going through here, get that big kip going. And making sure that I'm really activating those lats and bringing the bar to my toes as much as I'm bringing the toes up to the bar. So that's one big thing to focus on for the toes to bar today. After we finish the 30-20-10 of wall balls and toes to bar, we're going to rest exactly 2 minutes. If we finish that first couplet at 8:37, rest until 10:37, and start couplet number 2. For couplet number 2, we're going to go 30-20-10 on the reps again. We're going to do kettlebell swings and box jumps at 24 inches for guys and 20 inches for the ladies. Kettlebell is going to be 53 pounds for the guys, 35 for the ladies. One of the things I've seen a lot in my classes with kettlebell swings that I'm constantly correcting is that people are allowing that kettlebell to come really far beneath their legs. I talked about this last week in the WOD Blog video too, but the kettlebell swing, you do not want that thing to be all the way down here. Notice the position that puts my back in. Another common mistake is you get people squatting down and trying to use their legs to push that weight up. This is very much a hip movement, and the closer you can keep that kettlebell into your groin, the more hip pop you're going to get out of it. Also concentrate on keeping your chest up. So when I start this movement, I'm not squatting down. I'm going to shift my hips back and keep my back flat, so I'm on my heels. And when I get going, you can notice the pop of the hips is what's creating the momentum, not my arms. Big pop, up overhead, and making sure that the chest stays up the entire time. I'm not coming down like this to create momentum. I'm not using my back, right? I'm coming in, and the hip hop is what's sending that kettlebell up. So really focus on those things, guys. I promise that kettlebell is not going to hurt you if you keep it close into your body. You're just going to be able to get more power from the right places, and you're going to keep your back healthy. Last exercise, the box jump. We've talked about this in previous weeks too, but really making sure that you're landing stable on the box on your heels. What we don't want is to see you guys kind of landing in that broken position up here where you're not in full control. So making sure that you're getting up, full stable position, back down, up, making sure each time the heels are landing, the knees are staying out. And if you're gonna rest on the box jump, making sure that you're resting on the top of the box, trying to keep the amount of time that you're on the ground to a minimum, because you gotta stand up all the way on the box anyway. So if you start getting tired, take a breath or two on the top of the box, back down, get right back up to the top of the box. So that's really all I got for you guys on Thursday. We'll see you then, and good luck.